Hi, Sofa King Drunk, back in the kitchen of dreams with yet an attempt of a Perfect Draft review. Yes, it is another lager, and yes, it is German. Well, it's German in origin. It's probably brewed under license elsewhere now. But the one I'm going to review tonight, there's your clue. Yes, it's old Becks. Now, draft Becks back in the day, in the 80s and the 90s, was such a big revelation in the pubs, and especially in Glasgow. We had a wave of fantastic beers. We had a lot of American beers that come over that were brewed in America. None of this under license nonsense. We had loads of them that were brewed in the States, and we got them. And also German beers. There was a few. Becks was one of them. There was another one you got on cans only, but I did see it in draft once. It was called Gildy Pils. I'm nearly sure it was from Hanover. That was a stonking beer. I used to remember there used to be a chain in Glasgow called Oddbins, and they were the only places that sold it. And I remember back in the day when you could get a can of something for about 40-50 pence, Gildy was about 75 pence. So it was the top range for a can. So anyway, they had some cracking beers, and Becks was one of the best ones in the bars. Anybody along the tooth like myself will remember draft Becks in the bars. It was a revelation. After drinking crap, basically, this beer appeared and everybody was foaming at the mouth for it. And a shout out before we go any further to an old pal of mine's, old Prague Stevie. Me and Prague Stevie session many's a night on Becks in the village in Shawlands way back in the 80s when the beer was good. So anyway, there's Becks in the glass. There you go, typical big German head. The wee Becks glass complements the beer well. It even looks better because you know it's Becks that's in it. It's a 4.9 effort now. Disappointing that Perfect Draft couldn't have came out 5%. I don't know if it did or not in the earlier versions, maybe a couple of years ago, but let's go for a nose. It's got that German sort of like white starchy bread. And then you've got the hop trace coming up to you as well. So anyway, it's all about the taste. So anyway, Sofa King Drunk drinking a Becks on Perfect Draft 4.9 on a Richter scale. Prost, Slangy Va. Let's see what it's all about. Let's see if it's the way it used to be. Let's see. Let's have a go. Right away, before we go any further, the Perfect Draft normally chills it down to about 3 degrees, right? I'm getting in here at 4 degrees. It's not quite froze the bottles off the beer yet. Firstly, on the mouthfeel, I'm getting it's thin. It's like I reviewed the Becks Gold. It's you can tell it's Becks. Becks has got a distinctive taste, but it's got that little thinness to it, which is rather disappointing, to be honest with you, because it was such a lovely, thick, hearty, bready beer. It's still good, I've got to admit. I'm enjoying this. I've boycotted. Becks was one of the beers that I used to drink. I used to buy the odd box of the wee 330 bottles for the fridge, and I boycotted it when they stopped brewing it in Germany, and it was brewed under license in the UK, I think, and I've boycotted buying it. This is good. This is really good. I've got to admit. Is it as good as the Becks of old? No. But is it good? Yes, it is good. Really enjoyable, to be honest with you. I'm enjoying this. Becks is one of those kind of beers that I used to sit with my wee trusty half pint glass, and I would just sit there and I could have a wee cheeky whatever with it and enjoy it. It's one that I could session on Perfect Draft, but I could not do the bottles in cans anymore. Really disappointed. They've lowered the Richter, and that to me is messed about with the beer. I wouldn't have cared. I know why they do it. It's taxation, saving money. and also the taxation on the beer, so the consumer can get the beer at a reasonable price. But to be honest with you, there's people like me that would pay the extra £3 and £4 for the box of beer if they just didn't mess about with the original recipe. There is people out there that will like this that have never tried the original recipe, and fair play to them. There is a market. There's always markets. People are coming up into the drinking age all the time. They're trying new beers, and they'll enjoy it because they've never tried the original. But for people like myself that love the hearty, bready, lovely German hops, refreshing, crisp taste of the Becks, it's rather disappointing. But not taking it away from Perfect Draft, Beer Hawk, this is solid. It is pretty solid. Is it one that I'm going to drink again? Yeah, I'm going to drink it again. I've loaded my keg Friday night. I'm going out tomorrow, coming in tomorrow night, and I want a few beers, and I know I'm going to enjoy these with a sitting session on them. So anyway, what am I going to give the Becks original 4.9 on Richter scale on the Perfect Draft? I'm going to give that a So Fucking Drunk rating of, I think, to be honest with you, I think I'll give that a 4.8 out of 5 stars. 4.8 out of 5 stars. I am enjoying it. It is one I will return to. And it's the German efficiency. The German efficiency, sadly, is slipping. But we know why it's slipping, because it's not done in Germany anymore. It's done all over the place. Brewed in the UK, whatever. It's brewed under license, but it's still quite a good beer. So anyway, if you've stuck along to the end of this video, So Fucking Drunk salutes you. And if you've had the Becks on Perfect Draft, you liked it, you didn't like it, you think I'm talking keech like I normally do, drop a line below, and if not, So Fucking Drunk will hopefully catch you in another Perfect Draft review real soon. Slangy Van, keep drinking the good draft beers out there. Ciao for now. Auf Wiedersehen!